Why don't men approach women anymore? Have you noticed this happening? I mean, I have not because I've been married for 10 years, but I'm getting this question all the time from the women that I work with. And here's my take on it. My take is that you are not being approached by men because you are unapproachable. I don't think that it's something that's in the water. I think that women need to have a little bit more compassion and understanding for what men go through. Men being the ones who have to put their ego aside. They're the ones expected to just go up to a woman, strike up a conversation, run the risk of rejection. We're all terrified of rejection. That's a whole other topic. If you want him to approach you, you have to be approachable. At least send over the signals that he will not be rejected. He will not be made to feel like a complete fool and loser if he comes up and tries to talk to you. So make eye contact, smile, have open body language, just be warm. That's all you need to do. You can also go up to him and start talking to him. We're so scared to show interest. If I show interest, it's going to scare him away. No, that's not what's scary. Being needy and desperate is off-putting. Going up to someone, striking a conversation, that is not scary. That's not going to put off a guy who is interested in you. Now, you shouldn't be doing all the work. You shouldn't go up to him and then ask for a date and then start planning the date, ask for his number, ask for the date, start planning. No, because then he's going to feel like, hey, why is she being so aggressive? This is a little bit too much. You have to leave some space for him to like do something. All you really need to do, men, chime in the comments, but I think that they're all going to agree with me. You have to make yourself more approachable. The end. And if this is hard for you, it's probably because you struggle with your self-worth and confidence. So I would highly recommend checking out my new book, Detached: How to Let Go, Heal, and Become Irresistible. We also talk a lot about overcoming this fear of rejection that is so dominating for so many of us. Okay, I hope this helps. Make sure to follow me for more.
It's pretty much it. A lot of these modern women today are not approachable. They are very masculine. And when a man doesn't want to hear about their whole resume and spiel and all that other nonsense that they talk about, then they get mad and say a man is insecure.
A girl's night out will ruin more relationships than a guy's night out ever will. And here's why. And today we are diving deeper into the facts behind it. Guys' nights are pretty simple. Pool, sports, maybe a club. But here's the truth. Men do not walk into a bar with endless attention waiting for them. Women do. Attractive women are approached far more frequently in nightlife settings, while men rarely are. A woman steps into a club and it's instantly free drinks, compliments, attention, validation. The offers, they don't stop. And while not every single woman cheats, I understand that. Psychology proves that repeated exposure to temptation increases the likelihood of emotional or physical boundaries being crossed. And alcohol, which lowers inhibition and impairs judgment, and you've got a breeding ground for mistakes that can cost any relationship. That's why it's dishonest to act like guys' night and girls' night are the same. They're not. Men go out for release and relaxation. Women walk into what's essentially a marketplace of male attention. The dynamics have never been equal. Pretending they are is how couples get blindsided. So no, it's not the same. Girls' night out carries way more risk, more temptation, and more opportunity for emotional damage than a guy's night ever will. And ignoring that reality is exactly why girls' night has ended so many relationships. What do you think? Equal or not? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate about it.
Men don't know how to approach modern day women because women have never been as masculine and dominating or assertive as they ever have been. There's no rule book, because women have never been this way in any point in history, and men have never been this way. We have evolved as a species. Women are more capable. They have developed their capabilities, their skill sets, their assertiveness, and men have been tapping in more emotionally, nurturing that internal world because now it's acceptable, unlike before. So we don't know how to relate to each other because the old rule book no longer applies. When it comes to approaching a woman, it is intimidating. Women are so much more beautiful than they ever have been, with the cosmetic, with the makeup, with the surgeries, and then add assertiveness and capabilities on top of that. Like, I don't think women know how much courage it takes to not buckle under the radiance of a beautiful woman. It's already intimidating enough, and then you add the fact that some of them aren't the nicest. Women aren't emotionally as available as they used to be. Before, you could approach a woman and you could pretty much guarantee she was going to be very soft. Not anymore. Not anymore. There's no standard of behavior. And so when approaching a woman, you need to ask yourself, am I approaching her as a more than or a less than? If it's either, you're already out of the race. It's already going to be bad. Now, if you're approaching someone as a more than, you're approaching them as better than, which means you're going to be condescending. You're probably going to be aggressive. You're probably going to have like no compassion or understanding towards this person. So you will repel healthy, balanced women, and you will most likely attract women with no backbone. You will attract women you don't respect, and you will not respect yourself for being with someone you don't respect. So that doesn't work. Number 2, approaching a woman as a less than. If you approach a woman as a less than, you're approaching her as a people pleaser, as a man who avoids conflict, and she will not respect you. Women do not respect men who cannot say no. They don't respect men who like, and then make shit up. We can tell when you make shit up. Oh my God, it's so obvious. And so many men will come to me and they're like, well, you know, I just feel like I can love her into change, where if I'm just so accepting, she'll never find anyone as accepting as me, and that's my ammo. That's the worst fucking strategy I've ever heard. Women don't work that way. You cannot love someone into melting into your arms, if that makes sense. Like, people think, if I just love her enough and I'm so accepting, then one day she'll just feel safe enough to unravel. Wrongo! That is the opposite of making a woman feel safe. Have you ever had a parent who was like, you know, who was always positive, always just like, you know that parent, or like a grandparent. And when you're upset, you don't want to go to that grandparent sometimes because you need a reality check. You already know what they're going to say. Oh, you're the best thing in the world. You're so strong. Like, don't worry. Like, they just sound like a Hallmark card. People don't like going to that person because they don't believe what they're saying. It's like, oh, they're just trying to make me feel better. They're just going to tell me what I want to hear. No one trusts going to that person unless they want to keep lying to themselves. So that's how women will feel. If you cannot contain the severity of what they're feeling, because sometimes it can be intense and they are taking it seriously, they're not going to feel like they can trust you. If they can't trust you to be honest with them, they're going to go to their friends. They're going to go to other people who will see them as an equal. And yeah, it's just a horrible strategy. When it comes to approaching them, you want to hit the G-spot of communication, not like, okay. The G-spot of communication is assertive communication. It's when you can be direct, firm, grounded, and compassionate. That's my 4-pillar framework that I developed. I'm so passionate about assertive communication because I used to be the person that like, I couldn't even raise my hand. I did not want attention on me at all. Even when I thought an opinion about something, I wouldn't speak up, and then later I'd like beat myself up about it. And that was in my teens. Then I started hosting public speaking workshops because I started doing the social entrepreneurship program in Washington, D.C. So then I started leading public speaking workshops. From the time that I was 15 to the time that I was 21, a bitch was in front of a crowd. And that's my 4-pillar framework when it comes to not only speaking in public, but approaching someone in communication, especially when it comes to conflict. So I help men and women learn assertive communication because it's a skill set that requires emotional regulation, being able to stay grounded because you feel a lot of like fear or anger sometimes during conversations. So if that's something you'd like help in, you can book a call. If not, learn more about assertive communication, okay? It's going to change your life.
Well, this is what modern women are doing already. They're going to their friends or basically anybody that will tell them what they want to hear. And if you don't, then you're not the man for them. I want a man to big me up, to hype me up. I don't want a man talking to me that way. And the man was just assertive. Well, what you thought was, no, that was assertive communication. You just didn't like it. You didn't like somebody holding you accountable, and that's why you have a problem with it. This is what men are doing. Maybe not all men, but there's a lot of men out there that are good for the woman. Her expectations and her reality are just warped. And so the man is trying to tell her, hey, no, we'd make a good team. And she doesn't listen because she always, even this is what men are saying, y'all are calling men chopped, but look at yourself. You're thinking that you're coming in from a position of power and strength, and you're actually probably lower than I am in a lot of ways. I'm just coming over here to have a conversation with you, and you thinking that you're better than me. Men are walking away from that behavior.
Do guys approach you? Never. Maybe in like the video game world, I'm like a 10 out of 10. I don't even believe that, but in real life, I'm like a 4. I'm like a 5.
I'm definitely somebody who's tired of dating apps, but girl, can you relate? Let me know. Like every time I go on a dating app, it's like 1,000 fools, but 1,000 of them telling me, oh, you're so pretty. How are you on a dating app? Oh my goodness. And then in person, it's crickets. Like am I not approachable? I don't freaking know. People do not come up to me and talk to me. Like men do not come up to me and hit on me. Okay, this is funny because I was in the mall the other day and this guy stopped me and I turned around and it was a child. I was like, I'm almost 18. I said, oh no, no. But people my age, I guess, do not talk to me like at all. And then these people online are like, oh my goodness, how are you on a dating app? Because people don't talk to me and I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this.
Baby, let me tell you something. If you take a woman on a date 3 to 5 times and she doesn't kiss you on your lips or on your cheek, baby, she don't like you like that. And as far as I'm concerned, she just using you for what you got. Because baby, what's a kiss? What's a kiss? You feel me? Especially if you're a woman that loves to kiss. That shit don't make no sense. And I don't want to hear like, oh, everybody don't kiss as soon as they meet somebody and that's too soon. Baby, it ain't too soon for him to be spending his money on you. Taking you on date after date after date. You better be glad he ain't trying to f*** her to here first. Yeah.
If you look at any gym line, like especially for women, you look at any of their clothes for women who work out, everything is tight fitted. Everything is painted to the body. You ever tried to work out in loose sweats and a loose t-shirt? It's difficult. It's hot. The clothes that we wear to the gym, they are gym outfits. Leggings and a bra, leggings and a shirt, a tank top, whatever. It's gym wear. That hasn't changed for years. It is the culture, the society, and the people in our generation who have sexualized gym outfits.
Although I see what you're saying, OF girls use modern gym wear to promote their OF, SW, right? That kind of attire drives sales to their OF. So one of two things is happening here. Either women have been duped into wearing sexual clothes that they'll fight against saying that it's not sexual, or the OF girls and the SW people have sexualized gym wear in a circle. So they sexualize the gym wear, they wear the gym wear to drive sales to their OF, and it's just like a circle and circle all over and over again. So the issue here would be that, well, your problem would be with the SW workers because they would have been the ones who sexualized the outfits, I suppose. Or you got to look over here and be like, maybe the outfits are just sexual, because what is the actual point of scrunch butt leggings, right? Like, I'm not talking about Nike Pro leggings. Nobody cares about that. Like, that's not crazy. The Nike Pro shorts, that's not what people are talking about when they say the gym wear is out of control. That's not what they're talking about. No one's talking about Nike Pro compressed shorts or leggings when they're saying the gym wear is out of control. They're talking about the scrunch butt leggings or damn near see-through leggings, or they're talking about these outfits that they wear where a woman's entire back is out and then like it's like a V going down to her crack. We're talking about people who come to the gym in basically like bikini looking sports bras that are 2 sizes too small. So, like I said before, either it's the fact that the SWOF girls have sexualized the outfits, or women have been duped into wearing sexual outfits to the gym. Which one is it?
How do you take a man seriously?
How do you take a man seriously?
Yeah.
I can answer that for you.
Go ahead.
Follow his program. You chose the guy that you want based on his ability to be a good person to you. Respect, loyalty, career, if he got things going for him. And now that you made a decision to commit, follow his program. Do whatever he says as long as it's morally correct.
Why can't they follow our program?
You don't want him to follow your program for real.
I do.
You're going to look at him as a beta. You want him to be the one in charge, leading and planning shit for you.
Yeah,
so you got to pick a good guy, you commit, and you follow his program as long as it's morally correct.
Okay, good. Good answer. Great answer.
And this is why you need dads in your lives. You don't even have to be a dad, just a male influential figure. He don't even know her. He's just talking to her on the beach. And he was able to give her some game. Hopefully she listens to it.
If you're thinking about moving in with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you might want to take a page out of John Cena's playbook. You see, John Cena just made his girlfriend sign a 75-page contract before moving into his house. And in that contract, he called her a guest. He said she had no rights to anything in the property and that she had to move out immediately after they broke up. Now, some people might call John Cena a jerk for doing this, but as a real estate attorney, I think he's brilliant. And let me explain why based on the laws in Florida. First of all, by labeling Nikki Bella as a guest and not a tenant, she has less rights to the property, and therefore it's much easier to get her out of the property than if she was a tenant. A tenant in Florida has much stronger rights than a guest does. That's number one. Number two, this prevents Nikki from later on saying that she had sweat equity in the property, that she helped increase the value, that she helped put time, effort, resources, or even money into the property, and therefore she should be entitled to get something back. That's number two. Now, John Cena also wants to make it clear that there is no common law marriage. That's not the intent here. Even though Florida does not have common law marriage, it's still a good move just to prevent that argument from ever coming up. He wants to make sure she has no claim to anything, which was never their intent. And that's what this is about. Asset protection, a clean breakup, protecting his property rights. More couples might want to look into this cohab agreement because I get a lot of calls about couples that break up and it gets ugly. This is a way to save that.
I'm saying, but like, you think this is wifey material?
Are you saying that I'm not?
Are you?
Are you saying that I'm not?
Hey, bro, come here, Quinn. What's up? Hey, do you think she's wifey material by showing her boobs out?
Who? Wifey material by showing her boobs? I mean, she's pretty fine. You know, I don't know about wifey material by showing her boobs.
Wifey material doesn't define what you're wearing. It's the type of person that you are.
Nah, true. Okay, I agree. But let's say if I was your boyfriend, I wouldn't like you to be wearing the shit.
But you're not gay, you're not. She's my girlfriend.
No, I'm not. That's why I don't give a
I want my girlfriend to wear this. I think my girlfriend looks hot. I want my girl to go out like that.
But Anthony, I agree. What is a guy gonna think when he sees this?
She a little.
I want my girl to go out and everybody be like, oh, she's hot.
I'm honest with you, man. You know, if your woman is not being modest and if she does not care about your opinion, she ain't wifey. You know, and I know there's so many men that need to hear this message. You know, they're going to call you controlling. They're going to call you whatever they want to call you. But I can tell you one thing, what you're going to do is you're going to show them this. You know, she's out there trying to show her body off to other men and to other people, man. You know, that she's not for you, you know, and like, that's why I try to tell men all the time, man, you know, is to respect yourself. Respect yourself and know, hey, you know what? If you want to go wearing that, that's fine, but you're just not mine. That's it. You know, you can't change them. You can't change the situation. What you can do is you can change the woman. You know, you can pray about it and move on. You know, if she won't change her actions, if she don't want to change what she's doing, then she ain't for you, man. You know, there's no reaction to it. You know, get on your grind. That's it, man. Jim grind and God and the Lord. That's it. All you need is God.
This how you know bitches only make unrealistic standards for men. I've never seen a stud over 6 feet that make over 100K, over 6 figures. But I always see a stud with a bitch. I always.
Look at this shit, man. I just want to go home, man. Bro, I just want to go home.
Are you just gonna talk to me? Can you please talk to me, baby?
No, I already quit, bro. I just want to go home.
What, though?
Bro, because
I have not seen so many miserable women in my life. Beautiful women who appear to have everything going perfectly on the surface, but they get online and they tell you how wrecked their life is, how miserable they are. I think they're miserable because they have been lied to. They've been told that if they pursue a college degree, if they pursue a career, if they pursue personal fulfillment, if they pursue travel, if they pursue being the very best on their job, that they will be fulfilled and happy. And that's not true. That's not true. I believe they need to fulfill the one purpose that I think God put in the hearts of women. And that is to find that man who is to be your covering. Now, feminism has told us that marriage is slavery for women, that motherhood is slavery for women, that men just want to dominate us and put us under their thumb and keep us underfoot and keep us in the kitchen pregnant. Women who are single tell themselves that because they're single. And women who have walked away from their marriage tell themselves that because that makes them feel better. I'm here to tell you the truth. You're miserable because you're supposed to be under the covering of a man. That is part of life. That is part of being fulfilled. That is part of your purpose on this planet, to be under the covering of a man. Of course, you can just disregard everything I'm saying and call me a pick-me and go on with your life. How's that working for you so far?
But they not really being lied to like that. I mean, yeah, people are saying if you do this, then this is going to happen. But y'all know when something is real and something is fake. Y'all should know when somebody at your big age, if you're telling me you're mature enough, you can tell when somebody is selling you a bill of goods. We got to stop letting women off the hook and hold them accountable. That's it. Not everything you're going to be able to see, but some things you're going to have to catch them. Come on now. You're going to have to learn.
Men actually benefit from marriage more than women do. And when you look at the statistics of like post-divorce mental health outcomes, men have worse mental health outcomes than women. Women are typically happier after divorce. And so if you want to argue that marriage disproportionately benefits women, like that's not true.
I'd be pretty unhappy too if I was on child support or alimony and I had a hard time seeing my kids.
And you had to support your children. What a hard life.
Well, you understand that it's not taxed. So the problem is they take over 50% of the man's income because it's not, so they have to pay taxes on the stuff they're giving her and take half of his paycheck.
To support his children that he wants to be involved in their lives.
Right, but it wasn't his choice because women leave the majority of the time.
It is his choice to relinquish his parental rights if he wants to.
What I'm saying is many men want to be married and they want to be an involved father and they want to stay with the mother of their children. My point is if she makes the decision to leave, she should pay for it. If you want to leave, that's totally fine, but you should pay to raise your kid.
Is it not his child as well?
And he should pay for the time. That's why I said 50-50 custody off the bat, no child support, no alimony.
So she gets to take on all of the child care responsibilities, but he doesn't have to like pay anything. He doesn't have to have any buy-in.
I didn't say all, I said 50-50 custody. He should have the kid half the time.
But doesn't have to pay any money towards it.
No, he should pay for the kid when the kid's at his house.
Okay, and so the majority of the time when the kid is at the mother's house, he doesn't have to be involved in any way financially?
No, she should pay for it. She has a job. Why should he have to pay for a kid?
He should support it.
If she chose to have the kid and she chooses divorce, why should she not have to pay for her own decision? That's the thing. See, there it is. You want all the freedom to do whatever you want, but you don't want to have to pay for it.
I think she's having a hard time understanding exactly what 50-50 means.
As a woman when he's serious, because it seems like the vast majority just want casual encounters. That's it.
That's what some of y'all have just worked though, let's be honest.
Really?
Yeah. So,
listen, we wanted the male perspective. But where are you getting that from? Like, why would you say?
Well, yeah. So here's the thing, right? They say be honest. So we have this criteria that these women set for these men. You have to be this, you need to be that, you need to be 6 feet tall, you need to make this, you need to do that, I want you to be in line, I want you not to cheat, I want you to do this. But at the same time, you're still dealing with women who are emotionally hurt, who have parents who never taught them how to be a woman. Most of these new age women don't have the concept of what a virtuous woman is. Then we want to speak to the Bible. And then you want men to treat you like a queen, but you act like peasants. See, that's the problem is you can't walk around here shaking your ass in the club and expect me to respect you when you don't respect yourself. You can't put your man before your kids and expect me to respect you as a parent. You only present what your value is. And if your value is your ass, your hair, your nails, your smile, and your presence in public, but not your education, not your person, not your love, not your heart, not your interaction, not your intelligence, then we don't get to meet that. And the thing about it is that a lot of people have this conversation and it's all cute and funny when we're talking now. But when somebody tell you that this is what you presented to me, so I gave you what I thought you was worth. The thing about it is that ain't nobody coming to you nowadays, like the young lady said, with respect as a man, because I deserve the same respect you do. So what makes you think that I should value anything less than what you show me? And most of these women who are out here are drinking in the club, tore up, laughing, joking, and that's great, have a good time. But at the same time, if you don't carry yourself like a lady, what is a man supposed to present to you? If you don't carry yourself with respect and class, what the hell am I supposed to present to you? If you look like ass, I'm going to treat you like ass. And the truth about it is, everybody wants affection. Everybody wants to feel wanted. And what women have done nowadays is replace the whole being attractive and being somebody of stature with the idea of being desired. Because the more men that want them, the more powerful they are, and they think that's going to get them a good man. You could have all the money in the world, you could have a good job, you could have a banging body, you could do all of this and still be messed up in your head, and it makes you the most unattractive person ever. But this is what we get. And for every woman who sits in this room and says that I am not that woman, 4 of your girlfriends are. And the bad part about it is that I ain't got to deal with the conversation and laugh and joke, and I could get mine off and just go home. Then why would I have to go through this with you?
I mean, you got women in the crowd talk about no, okay. You can say that all you want. But y'all are out here talking to Pookie and Ray Ray. Statistically speaking, we know that. Chad just left your house. We know that, statistically speaking.
Like host.
Host?
Horse.
Horse? I think I found my wife, dude.
You know, I just saw a video of a military vet talking about how when they were stationed in Japan, so many guys were coming home with wives. And he was already married to someone back in the States, and he was asking the guys, like, what is the deal with this? And their answer was that these women were so ecstatic to be with them. They were so happy to be with them. Just to be their wives and to be the mother of their children was all that they asked from them. Could go work their normal jobs and have a normal average income and do the normal things that a man does. And they were satisfied. And not only were they satisfied, they were in love and happy. And a lot of women might not like this, right? But the reality is feminism has ruined our culture here and caused women to be hardened, to be more masculine than ever. And listen, it's caused a feminization of men as well in the process. And in the end, it is our responsibility. Like, it is our fault that that all happened. Weak men in leadership allowed our culture to become what it is right now. But this whole passport bro thing, is starting to make a lot of sense to guys.
That was rude. That was pretty fucking rude.
Trying to teach my son that he doesn't need to conform to gender stereotypes, and then he chooses this water bottle. So you don't want your son to conform to gender stereotypes, and yet you believe that liking Sonic is a boy thing, which is conforming to gender stereotypes. And based on the tone of this video, it seems as if you would prefer that your son start tiptoeing towards the other side of that spectrum, which enforces the idea of sides to begin with, which is conforming to gender stereotypes. Okay, next video.
Excuse me? I just want to say that you three are beautiful, so you guys could just share this flower. Alright. I know.
Oh, bro out here trying to create villains. I mean, I guess this is one way to break up happy friendships. You know they're gonna be looking at each other all day trying to figure out which one the grenade is.
So you got a PS4?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your right there, or is that like...
It's my best. I'm not a gamer. It's my best friend.
Oh, where's your friend at?
Gone. I don't fucking know.
Oh, like you're in their crib right now?
Yeah, I'm in the bed. Yeah.
Wait, that's a dude?
Yeah, but it's not like that. He's real life my best friend.
Wait, so he doesn't crack that little shit?
We're best friends. I like things to be casual. Like if you tell me that we're gonna be casual and then you try to be nasty with me, I'ma come at you because that's not casual. So yeah, I used to have a crush on him, but then he was weird, so I was like, oh, fuck you then.
So he
'Cause he's
never
toxic.
cracked. So be honest, he never cracked.
No, he did.
See? I knew it, bro.
No, but here's,
What you
but
mean you
here's the
guys are
catch.
friends? This is not no friends,
Here's the
bro.
catch, though. Listen, here's the catch. That happened when we was dating, because we dated for a year and a half, and then he broke up with me because I found out that he cheated on me with some 6-foot bitch, and then now we're just friends. Best friend.
That's your fucking ex. That's not no friend.
If he was so bad to you, then why are you in his house while he's not there on his gaming system? Other than that man is probably still cracking.
This one is for every woman out there. You gotta listen to this.
Divorce, it's just a part of life. Overweight, they call it more to love. No responsibility, freedom. Hookup culture, empowerment. Overexposing your body, expression. Modern culture will try and convince you that there's no such thing as right or wrong anymore. Here's the truth. They just want to make women weak, distracted, and vulnerable. Because it's easier to manipulate and influence you. And honestly, it's working. So many women today are scatterbrained, depleted, and emotionally numb. Not because we're broken, but because we followed broken advice. We traded God for celebrities and modesty for trends. Now, instead of calling it for what it is, confusion, we call it empowerment. But you still have a choice. You can reject that noise and train your body, your mind, and your spirit. Stand firm in truth and not trends. You don't have to be perfect, but be powerful. Do this for your future, for your family, and for yourself. Because in a culture of lies, a woman who chooses truth stands out.
What's your name, Chris?
What?
Your name, Chris?
Wait, what?
Walk away.
I came up being nice and like you're over here being mean.
So move. Look at your hair.
You're looking at it?
Yeah. I just wanted to shake your hand and say I love your content.
Thank you so much.
My boyfriend and I watch you on YouTube.
I appreciate that.
You're amazing. You don't know him. Wait,
She doesn't.
Your name? Oh. I don't know who you are, but I love you. But you cannot.
She's saying that you can't. We can't post this on Instagram.
Oh yeah, it's going on TikTok. It's fine.
Do you not understand like the agreement we have here?
The agreement? What did I agree to?
Do you agree that we all grieve different?
Oh yeah, for sure. We all grieve different. Within reason, of course. Viewer discretion is advised.
I slept with 4 guys in 1 week.
Wait. What the fuck does that have to do with grieving?
This was around the time when I was grieving my marriage, though. I was grieving my marriage, and I was going through serious depression this one time. This was actually about a year to a year and a half after I had gotten divorced, and I did the filing for the divorce.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You filed for divorce, but because you were so depressed from your divorce, you went and got cracked by 4 random men in 1 week. And in your mind, that's you grieving over your divorce. The divorce that you initiated. Mind you, you've skipped therapy, time to yourself, a therapy dog, spending time with family, spending time with kids if you have any. And you went straight to the streets to get cracked by 4 random men in 1 week. Why not just tell the truth? Why not just say, you know what, I got my divorce because I wanted to be in the streets. Depression ain't got nothing to do with this. Grieving ain't got nothing to do with this. You wanted to be outside. I could see it in your face. You're so excited about it. 4 men.
I had sex with 4 men all in 1 week.
Nothing about this woman tells me that she was grieving of any sort, bro. She was excited to get cracked because that's what she wanted all along. That's why she got a divorce in the first place. But instead of being honest and coming out and just saying, you know what, I just wanted to be outside, she had to package it in a way that would be acceptable by her counterparts. But nah, over here, we hold people accountable. And the reason we're going to hold you accountable is because you're bullshitting. Cut it out. Guess they wasn't lying when they told women a shoulder to cry on is a meat to sit on. Y'all keep the change.
That's why she started it off like that. We grieve different. And then somebody said, wait a minute, this is weird. Oh, but you can't judge because we all grieve different. You agreed to that. No, you said something weird.
I don't think you're in a very good position to negotiate when you're not paying child support and paying what appears to be your fair share. That puts you in a position to give what you have, which is time.
And I do every day. I take care of the kids every day, Monday through Friday. They are fed here every day. Nobody provides the food. I provide the food every single day for them.
And then you have them every weekend?
Pretty much. Our current scheduling is I get them Sunday to Tuesday every other week. And in the off weeks, it's Tuesday, Fridays. But they are still here every day, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 5:30 now when she gets off work.
as your mom is our daycare. So when you start working and when they go to school, they're basically just going to be getting on the bus
So
and off the bus for like an hour.
And my mom is not paid for daycare, so we provide that as well. I'm providing for my kids. Everybody says I'm not providing, doing my fair share. The only time I haven't paid child support was when I'm between jobs.
Or Brandy, I'm sorry. Do you already have a job secured?
A potential job, yes, is if I can get everything lined up so that I can work 2 weekends a month.
Can you get some kind of letter of confirmation of employment?
Yeah, as soon as, I can't get hired or can't go through the process until we get this figured out.
I'm done with all of it. Every time I suggest something that gets thrown out, nobody feels, or here's my concern. I just get it done. I don't want to keep going. There's too much stress on me, the kids, changing the schedules. Let's just get it done. But I need to make sure she works.
Well, I need to too, so I want confirmation that she's working. Because the sole reason it's happening is because she's not making it financially.
I'm not making it financially either. There's a lot of evidence. And my back's against the wall. I'm the one that's came after for child support. And I'm still providing. I'm providing for 2 homes. Child support there, feeding them here, daycare here.
Okay. Well, you might want to file a motion to modify and get with a lawyer. But when it's ordered, it's got to be paid until it's modified.
So she has him every other weekend. She doesn't have a job. They go over to his house for majority of the week. And then when he's at work, they're over his mom's house because he obviously can't pay for daycare. But you're asking him to give her child support when she's talking about, I can't figure out what my schedule is. Whatever it is, kids come first. You get that squared away. And then you figure out how to, first of all, you need to be at work. That's what they're telling the man. You need to be at work. And the man is saying, okay, I can't do it myself. She's got to do something too. Oh, well, we'll just wait on her. You just continue paying child support while she sits at home like a bum.
I think I have high standards.
What are those standards?
Oh no, you're putting me in a trap here.
I'm just asking what your standards are. If someone asking you your standards is a trap, then you might be the problem.
I'm 30, so you can't be like too old and too young. You can't be shorter than I am. I'm 5'5". Yeah, I mean, we have to be able to laugh and like vibe and like share the same humor.
So far, you've only found 45-year-old dwarves with no personality. I don't see anyone that meets that description. Where are you matching with people? The chocolate factory. What's happening? How are you finding these unfunny dwarves?
The other day, I did find someone at the grocery store accidentally.
You found someone?
At the grocery store.
Were they on the shelf next to the syrup?
No, it was kind of like a cute movie scene. But then he ghosted me the other week after like 6 weeks. So.
What movie? Finding Nemo. So why'd he ghost you? Is it a personality thing?
I think he has a lot of traumas, and I somehow like to like stick around to like help guys out, figure it out sometimes.
What do you mean stick around? That seems ominous and horrifying.
I just like try and be there for them when they got a lot of baggage,
Not groceries.
I really am not sure how modern women continually put themselves in the driver's seat of empathy. Like, we're the best at it. Nobody could beat us. I saw him, I was interested, went up to him, or he went up to me and found out that he had a whole bunch of trauma. It's just not a really good relationship. And, I feel sorry for people, and I just stuck around, and I'm such a great person for that. Really. At some point, this game has to end.
Like somebody that's a little bit taller. But that's a preference. I know you can't change that.
6 feet.
You're 6 feet?
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you spell bra?
B-R-A.
How do you spell in?
I-N.
You put those 2 words together, what does it spell?
B-R-A-I-N.
Yeah.
Bra-in. That's not a word.
You said you in college, right?
B-R-A-I-N?
Yeah.
Are we spelling it like that?
Yeah.
That's not a word.
I want you to look into the camera and tell all of my followers that dumb answer you gave me.
Oh, you.
You mad at me because you getting it wrong.
That was rude, though.
What you mean?
That was rude, though. You can be nice about it.
How do you spell brain?
B-R-I-N-G. VRIAN.
Y'all, you I'll move on to the next question.
Hey, Marcus, can you call the cops, bro?
You really have to admit that it's kind of cruel leaving my other kids out.
What? No, you are crazy. Look, listen, they have a dad, okay? He can buy them stuff, not me. That's not my job.
That's not the point. That's not the point. What you're doing is you're making my other kids feel excluded, and they should be living
No.
the same experience.
No. That is not my job. Look, I like your boys. They're nice kids. They're fun. They get along with my daughter, okay? But I will only worry about my daughter. That is my responsibility, not your children, not your other kids.
Unbelievable. Oh my God, you are so
Why?
selfish. This is exactly the reason why we never work, because you only think about yourself.
Oh, no. It didn't work out because you cheated on me with your current husband and got pregnant. And now you're realizing, it's difficult with him not having a job and keeping a job.
Who has a job? He's an entrepreneur.
He has
He's
a job. Vic, he's a 40-year-old rapper. That's not a job.
It is still a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I bet you didn't tell them all this, that you cheated on me and that he's a rapper and now you want me to pay for his kids. Heck no.
Was it just me, or did the story just get crazier and crazy as it went on? The whole time I'm thinking he picked up somebody with kids and then they got a divorce and then she's expecting him to take care of those kids that were there prior to him. No, they had a kid together. She cheated on him. And then she's expecting him to take care of the kids after him. I think this might be a lot more ridiculous than the situation where you come into a stepdad situation. That's crazy that she's even doing this. It must be a prank. It's got to be a prank, right?
So you telling me that because I already have children that I don't deserve a good man?
She asked if she still deserves a good man as a single mother. His answer was brutal.
Yes. That don't make no sense at all. I'm so glad that the world don't work the way he thinks it should.
I want her to go back with her baby daddy.
She believes her past doesn't define her future worth, while he believes your past choices are the only thing that defines it.
And I would never.
The guy that you open up your legs to is your husband. I used to be in the church, and I will always see women pray to God for a good man. And I always would ask my mom, and she would pop me in the mouth. I would say, well, what about him? Like, why would God mess his life up by giving him you?
For some reason, you don't make men take accountability for their choices.
You treat people how you want to be treated. Facts. Women will take the best option knowing that she gonna mess his life up, knowing that she gonna slow him down. I see women today, they don't even like guys that got regular jobs no more. And then you want to complain about your health care coverage.
Is he saying what a lot of men are thinking, or is he completely out of line?
You're with a man, and he's like, I want to get married. OF has to go. Are you deleting it?
No. Can he provide that same income?
Yeah, he can provide a pretty good life. Maybe it's not as good as yours, but it's
Do we have to work?
No, you can stay home, but you're not driving fast cars. You're just kind of living a normal, chill suburban life.
With kids, sure.
Yeah.
I don't
Really?
like kids. No, I say no.
She can't do it.
If I'm actually like locked down and like I know like he won't cheat on me and I know he will provide and like if I just can get like clothing like every other week, like I like to stop.
You cannot change these women. You know, there's men out here messaging me about these kind of women all the time. What do I do if she has an OnlyFans? What do I do if, she's a stripper? You walk away. And that's just it, man. You cannot change these women. You can pray for these women. I encourage that. I encourage prayer, for people that need it. People that are walking with the world, people that are walking with, with things that they shouldn't be walking with, right? But you cannot change or wife up these women and expect that it's gonna go good for you. That's where you, as a man, hey, you know what? I respect myself more than that, and I'm gonna go do what I need to do. I'm gonna find a woman of the Lord. I'm gonna find a woman that, believes in modesty. I'm gonna find a woman that believes in God. I'm gonna find a woman that wants to pursue the kingdom of heaven with me. And that is where you're gonna find true peace. People gonna hate me for saying it, but it's the truth. You cannot find a woman in this. You can't. You can't find a wife in this. You gotta focus on yourself, focus on the Lord, focus on what you need to focus on to build yourself, man. You know, and like from there, God has your back. That's just it, man. Get dialed in. Lock in with the Lord, lock in with your grind, lock in with the gym, lock in with what needs to be locked in with, and stay away from all this other stuff. Stay away from the porn, stay away from the OnlyFans, stay away from the stuff that is ruining your brain.
He won't cheat on me. It's crazy. Ma'am. Huh? He won't cheat on me. I don't want a man to cheat on me, even though my content is out there on the internet of me getting knocked down by multiple men. He needs to provide the same lifestyle. Well, maybe he can't provide the same level of money, but maybe he can provide the same level of integrity, leadership, responsibility. That's the things that y'all should be looking for. These modern women are so incredibly shallow. They're so incredibly shallow and they don't really even understand it. That's why you can't find a good man, because your brain is so warped. You think you know what you're looking for. You think you know what you want, but really you want a simp. You want a man to allow you to do these things, not only before, but during. And when the man decides to leave you, you're wondering why. Oh, well, let me get half. You don't need half. You need to go to therapy.
Now, you could tell the difference between this shorty on the left and this shorty on the right. Listen.
What comes first in a man's life?
His mama. Ooh.
His wife.
He gonna
It
say,
better be his wife.
wife, but he gonna say his mama.
According to the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Lord
Okay.
and Savior Jesus Christ
It
says
should be his
your wife comes
What type
first.
of man though?
What about if y'all have a child together?
Your wife comes first,
Oh,
and then
you-
the child
oh,
next.
she
That's
fair,
why
yeah.
that's why men be resenting their kids, because once a woman gets pregnant, she just be giving up. She don't care about a man no more. She just want to care about her
Yeah.
kids. No. Me and my man will be a priority, and then the kids next.
Are you standing on that?
Absolutely.
So,
You
know,
need
they
to
go
see me
people on
love
it?
your dad, and you need to see your dad love me.
Period.
Yeah, I love that energy.
What that say?
So, you know, people gonna be saying what they say in the comments.
Not gonna lie, this is me assuming. I do think personally, shorty on the left been with dudes who were mama boys, and shorty on the right has a better idea saying that he should put the wife first before anybody else. Now, personally, how I would pick it would definitely be number one would be wife, second would be daughter, third would be baby mom, and last would be mom. The only reason why is because I would make a new child with this said woman that I'm with, my wife, and daughter would definitely come next because we have to care for the child after, and then baby mom will be third, unfortunately, because I didn't make the kid with her, and last would be mom because she has to go live her life with her husband. Men, write in the comments what your preference would be and what order. Ladies, you could do the same. Just flip the script. Clearly, it would be husband, baby father, it would be dad, and it would be son. You tell me what y'all think. And for any woman in the comments saying she don't care about her husband, I have one question for you. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
I'm not going to be saving my baby mom like that. I don't have one, but if I did, I wouldn't put it in that order. My mom would come before my baby mom. Period. End of story. It'd be one thing if we were together, then obviously in that case, then yeah. But if we're not together, then no, absolutely not.